You turn my sixes to nines.
What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to another guide. This guide will be covering Fief Raids and how to get an insane amount of EXP in a short amount of time. So as you see on the screen right now, there's 3 different ways to boost your EXP, and I'll go over that now. The first one is by using Marshal's Handbook, and that gives you a 50% EXP for your hero and 50 EXP for your units. This is obtained through the previous season's end of the season rewards and stuff like that. And then the second, which is more easily obtainable, is through Sovereigns, which is your battle EXP, as well as from your seasonal store rewards, which you can obtain for blades. One way to get these super EXP tokens is to purchase the Aspiring Warlord pack and support the stream by using my code Kritoris69. Here's the other way. On top of that, though, you can purchase this wonderful bundle that's currently on sale, and that is the military training box. This will give you 5 1 battle EXP super EXP tokens, and this is where you get an insane amount of EXP. Fief Raids already gives you a bunch of EXP, and this is a good way to maximize that. If you're tight on time, you don't have too much ability to play too much, then you should definitely do your Fief Raids. So here in this battle, I'm going to go through it pretty quickly, is one of the possible maps. In this map, I choose to bring double cav because it's out in the open and it's pretty much field battles. So you're pretty much going to rely on your team to work with you to make sure that you can secure the different points in this battle. This is essential, guys. For this map, you can, if you don't want to bring double cav because you don't want to take the unit kit loss or something like that, bring stalwarts, bring paladins, bring an imp walk, support your team. So as you can see, I rush over to one of the first exclamation points because on your map, the way to finish a Fief raid is to clear the exclamation points. As you can see over each of their heads, there's different little triangles, and those triangles are the things that you want to focus on. So I quickly use my Liaos to clear this 1 point. Liaos are a wonderful way to do so. They do a lot of damage in a short amount of time. So see all the little red arrows? Those are the ones that you need to focus on because as you kill them, it'll force the unit to retreat. But as I cleared 1 exclamation point, 2 more will pop up. So as you can see in the south, someone went to another exclamation point, even though I pinged it. This is just miscommunication. You should work with your team, focus on point to point to point, because if you don't, then you're going to be caught out, pretty much with your pants down, you're going to be out of units. So if you're focusing on pushing multiple different points, you're killing an unnecessary amount of units, and it's not going to be that efficient for time. It may secure some MVPs, but you're risking not finishing the fight because of the fact that you're going to eventually run out of units. Once you clear the exclamation points, you want to push to a supply point, resupply your unit, either heal them or pull a better one. As you can see here, I'm just doing some cleanup work because these things are constantly hitting my hussars and I don't want that to happen. Someone brings in Liaos, which is great. My goal is, as I run double cav, is to hold my hussars for final point. If I need to clean up in between, that's fine, but final point is an easy straight on charge and you can wipe the entire point in 15-20 seconds, and then you can move on to the next Fief raid. So I instructed the team to go to the right side exclamation point. Some people just don't listen to pings. You're going to deal with this when you do a pug group, unfortunately. So instead, we're split, which is not maximizing your time at this at all. You see this a lot when you're dealing with pugs because people just don't listen. But that's fine. I pretty much can solo one of these depending on the difficulty, so I wasn't too worried about it. So I just figured I'd keep doing what I'm doing, as well as making sure that I get MVP, because the amount of EXP that you get at the end of each of these is dependent on how much of your participation, your unit kills, your damage taken, your damage given, and you really want to make sure that you secure that MVP because it gives you a lot more EXP, especially with these multipliers that you're using. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, you'll see my increased EXP, as well as the side of my map, you see the other additional increased EXPs. So as this map cleans up, I just get in a quick charge, clear those out. This is why Hussars are wonderful. You just got to be really careful with those halberdiers, because if those halberdiers start chunking your Hussars, you're going to lose them. So I go in here because I'm not just going to sit around and wait, try to get some extra kills in there. And then I decide to fall back in the hopes that my team will assist with this 3 or 2 waves of halberdiers. That's a scary sight. If I was to jump into that, I would instantly die. So you got to be very careful. I'm pretty much just using my teammates who refuse to listen to what I thought was the best plan as meat shields at this point. Just timing out my charges and then cleaning up when they pretty much can't do anything because they didn't listen to my initial thing. All of these units on the side could have been avoided, but they chose to fight over here, and now most of them are out of units. But that's all right. You can still salvage these fights if you have the right units. So once this is cleaned up right here, I then go in for the final charge. As you'll see, I'm waiting on my cooldown. And then once this charge goes through, it pretty much cleans the point. See that arrow right there? See, as soon as they killed that arrow, it allowed the unit to retreat, which means you're done with that unit. Sometimes this will glitch at the end, and if you kill too many units too quickly, the arrow, or if you engage other units, like if we were to engage those units to the far left, those gunners or whatever, they might get an arrow over their head. And those are the things that you need to focus on, because sometimes it won't say at the end here, oh, you've cleared the point. It'll just not do anything. So then you have to go all the way around the map and look for the guys with the little red arrows. It's a really helpful tip to remember. But as you can see here, EXP. I got an insane amount of EXP there. In that past clip, I was running all units that I have fully maxed out. All of those units are fully maxed out, which means that the pool of EXP, all the EXP that I got goes into the pool. So I got a little bit less EXP than if I would to bring a unit. So in this one, this is another one of the more difficult. The field battle one is pretty easy. You just bring Cav pretty much. This one you have to kind of coordinate a little bit more. Again, you push the supply, pull a different unit. So the advice that I can give for this one is that what you want to do is, if you're going to bring a unit that you don't have leveled and you want all that EXP to go to that unit, don't bring it at the start because you want to get kills at the start. Immediately switch to it. Like right now I'm switching to my longbows because they're not maxed out and I want them to get all the EXP in this match. I'm going to leave them out for a second while the cooldown is going, and then I immediately switch them back out. All you got to do is pull them out and put them back in. So say if you are worried about bringing a gold tier unit and you're going to worry about kit loss, or if you're worried about losing one of your units, or if you're bringing a really not so good unit that's good for this, then what you want to do is you want to just pull it real quick at the supply, the nearest supply, and then switch back to your normal units. So in this one, Liaos are really strong because it's close quarters and they can just, pretty much bludgeon everything to death. So I'm just cleaning up, getting some additional kills, making sure I get that MVP. You want to play classes that help with kills or soak damage. So Maul's really good for this. I'm just trying to clean as much as I can. And then from here, as you saw, we pushed that one exclamation point. You don't need to push all the exclamation points at the same time. You just need to clean one and then wait for it to switch to the next two. And then finally you'll get to the home point. And now we're at the home point. I'm going to heal my units real quick, make sure I'm good to go, and then we'll make that final push. And on this final push, it's pretty clean sweep, except for these halberdiers right here. The halberdiers are always so dangerous. As you can see, I'm going to take a lot of damage just pushing into these. And if I wasn't full armor, that would have hurt a lot more. But fortunately, I have my unit to back me up. Then from there, I'm going to back out a little bit, wait for my 3, which is Devastation, to be off cooldown. And as you can see that exclamation mark, that means that's the last final point. I'm just going to do some cleaning over here, get some more unit kills, make sure I get that MVP, because MVP matters a lot for getting that maximum EXP. Remember, you can only do this 5 times a week, so you want to maximize your chances of getting the most EXP as possible. It saves you unit kits in the future, it saves you time, it saves you money, all that fun stuff. So I then just press 3 again, and they go in and clean up. Fortunately, after these guys see how the arrow kept switching, once you clean them all, then it's good to go. So as you'll see, there'll be another column of EXP because the blue EXP went to the unit plus the pink. So we got some nice EXP for my longbow. So don't forget at the end to claim your rebel camps or Fief Raids, because this counts as that towards your weekly. It's a little extra EXP. The next couple of slides will just be a couple of images of the maximum amount of EXP that I've ever gotten. There's a bunch of different Fief Raids here listed, but here's the EXP values. If you thought this video was helpful, please hit that like and subscribe button. Please leave any comments if you have any questions. This is just a great guide for myself for min-maxing the amount of EXP that you can get 5 times a week in Fief Raids. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Peace.